May I give to you a director with sparkling eyes, an infectious laugh, and a smile that epitomizes park rangers everywhere, Fran Mainella, the director of the National Park Service.
Thank you, John. It's great to be here, and it's really an honor to be here at this historic moment. You're all part of history, you know that, and we are going to move forward in history again together. We are so proud as the National Park Service to be able to be entrusted as the steward of this special place, and I do want to stress that you have entrusted us. The National Park Service is proud to care for our nation's heritage. This place is among the chosen settings that we will pass on to future generations. The nation's parks, at least those that represent our human history, which this does, helps us understand the triumphs, but also the trials our ancestors faced, the accomplishments, but also the sacrifices they've experienced, and the enduring determination they've showed. The park mission has meaning, however, only as we engage you as visitors, those of you that are here at new first time, in the complete historical experience. If telling the story were enough, place would not matter. But the true appreciation of the meaning of Manzanar needs to be felt at Manzanar. Sue, Rose, all of you, thank you for allowing this to be here, because without you, we couldn't have done it. Our job is not to change history. Our job is to provide the tools for park visitors to better understand, interpret, and reflect upon the historical, cultural, and natural resources associated with this place and time in history. I am proud that the National Park Service and our employees here at Manzanar, and I do appreciate all the folks that are here in green, plus those that have joined us from other parks, that we are able to help people feel and understand what has happened here to the Japanese Americans during World War II. We cannot erase the painful memories, but we can renew our commitment to the ideals of freedom, equality, and justice. The Spanish-American philosopher and cultural critic George Santayana taught us, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Manzanar makes us remember. This place acknowledges a nation's descendant into fear and a people's triumph over fear. For those of us who worked in the Department of Interior, this is an extra lesson because it was our department that managed the war for relocation centers, including Manzanar here in California and Minnesota, which is also part of the National Park Service in Idaho. We cannot take pride in the purpose of these centers. We can and do take pride, though, in assuring that they are remembered and with dignity and honor. It is a special privilege of the National Park Service to have the respect and honor of most Americans. It is a privilege based, in part, on how Americans value the properties entrusted to us. There's 387 units in the National Park System. I believe it is also based on how we tell the stories of these places. Again, this is my first visit to Manzanar and to Owens Valley. But for many of you, this is a return visit. For a few, it is another of many visits. But whether anyone has been here once or hundreds of occasions, Manzanar stands in quiet testimony to times that are gone, but never should be forgotten. We've heard stories today of Manzanar's eras, and I'd like to ask you to please stand. If you are able, I know the sun has been strong on us, if you or your family members ever lived on this land, would you please stand if you are ever here, lived on these lands, or relatives? Bring forth this history and know that you being here has made a difference. Your presence here affirms the significance of Manzanar not only to history, but also to thousands of people whose lives are different and forever changed because of the experiences of those who have lived here. Valley, the Paiute, to the social pioneers of the fruit-growing era, to the internees of the relocation center. One of the greatest accomplishments as a nation, it seems to me, is that we recognize that our legacy is about learning and teaching, helping our children, we have many children here with us today, and grandchildren, find a better life and a better place because we have been here. We cannot pay honor only to our national record of success and glory. As vital though they are, we must preserve and repeat the evidence of the inglorious times and continue to comprehend our past. Nothing is as important as our ability to share the truth and balance. It is the most precious as well as the most fragile of the treasures in our hands. It is extremely necessary that we preserve such areas as Manzanar, Minidoka, and the frightful Civil War in Andersonville, Civil War prison in Andersonville. These places represent a uniquely American ability to confront our own history, acknowledge it, and learn from it. We will continue to be better as a result of what has taken place here because we have learned and will go forward. Manzanar, for all the sadness it has known, does not today celebrate sadness, nor does it perpetuate the grievances that have kept many societies divided for generations. Manzanar is not a barrier to forgiveness. Instead, it is a bridge to compassion. A bridge to compassion. Yes, spirited humans survived the Manzanar experience, but more importantly, the spirit of humanity survived in this place. The Manzanar legacy binds wounds of the past and holds the hope of preventing new wounds in the future. The new Interpretive Center, once Manzanar's camp auditorium, a gathering place, a community place for a community that did not choose to be in this place. Today it is reborn to preserve the triumph of people over place. Remembering Manzanar is our promise to George Santaniano that we are determined not to repeat the past that preceded us. Our unflinching knowledge of the past wrongs is our strongest defense against doing them again. Thank you all for being here today, and also thank you for allowing the National Park Service to help tell your story.
Thanks, Fran. We're happy, very happy you could grace and honor us with your participation here today at this great step forward in the history of Manzanar. It means a great deal to us.